Hey, good morning there, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Counters. We're just sitting here drinking a cup of coffee, enjoying the morning. There's a couple of people already in here. I want to say hi to Dicey Dave. How you doing, buddy? How's the weather in Michigan this morning? Robert's here. Good morning, sir. And so it was late night last night because I was watching the football game, which was pretty boring. And Rob says, good afternoon. And all right, Rob, thanks for stopping by, buddy. Enjoy your day. So just kind of got up this morning, chilling out a little bit, reading some more Empire of the Sun rules, trying to get that all squared away. I think you guys have seen where I'm trying to really deep dive into that and learn that game system. And it's it's not difficult. It's just a lot of stuff to grasp in your head. So it's just kind of, doing that. So I set up the game. I'm going to do the comprehensive example and hopefully get a little more comfortable with the game system and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's been going okay. How are you guys doing? How was your weekend? Excuse me. I know that next weekend I'm actually leaving Thursday afternoon to go camping for a couple days. It's gonna be chilly, but nothing crazy. Well, that's not too bad. It was cold here this morning. It was 29, 30 this morning here. But I mean, the weather's been great. Yesterday it was cold in the morning, and I went out and did some errands, and by noon it was comfortable enough for me to be out there in shorts and just kind of hanging out. So, but yeah, so I'm learning that. I'm getting some other things together. I've got some games coming up. I just finished a couple ASL starter kit games, so I'm starting a couple more of those. I'm getting ready to play Imperial Tide. I don't know if you guys have played that game from Compass. It's really good. I call it like Paths of Glory Light, maybe. But it's pretty fast paced, and you can play a game in one sitting, no problem. So that's not that's not too bad. Yeah, I see where Robert got Iwo Jima. So it's kind of funny. I'm gonna talk about that this week on the podcast, which I'll be recording today because again I'll be gone camping on Thursday. But there's a couple of people who've done some reviews of Iwo Jima, and I don't know. I guess it's one of those things. I've never bought a game because of somebody's review. That's why I don't do them. Basically, I kind of do unboxings and I play the game and I'll talk about the game, but I don't really do a review, as they say. But some of the people, so Robert, some of the people have said that the rule book could be written much different, better, I guess I should say. The combat system, once you learn it, and if you go step by step through the book, the little play aid, you'll be fine. It's just a little quirky at times. The biggest thing to remember in that game is that like even if there's a hidden Japanese unit, if there's a unit next to it, that unit can still support that hidden unit. So just make sure you're doing that. And supporting units, that's the toughest part of the thing. Don't get caught up too much in the way they do height and everything is pretty easy. I enjoyed the game, and I played it 2 or 3 times, and I would have no problem playing it again. I just think the rules are probably they could be cleaned up a little bit, but it's not a bad game. I've heard somebody talk about bonsai rules and how it's not realistic because there wasn't any bonsai on Iwo Jima. I get it, but sometimes, and the topic for this week's show is going to be basically historical result or game or both, right? If we all wanted to just play historical simulations, there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes the game part of it makes it a little fun, even though I know war shouldn't be considered a game, but that's what we do from time to time. So I don't know. Don't let other people and their reviews take away from your experience, Robert. It's not a bad game at all. And, it's not the best game on the planet, but, very few of them are, right? So, yeah, and he's a good guy too. He reached out to me and sent me a copy, and he's listening and doing that. So I mean, they're going to be fine, and it's a small company. I have nothing but good things to say about that group over there. Back to Empire of the Sun. I'm just kind of learning. There's a lot going on with the cards. Most card-driven games, there's an ops value, and then you can do that for certain things to play the game. Here you've got, your ops value could be, and then there's like these use for military, use for political, use for resource, use for reaction. So you just got to be cognizant of that fact and just kind of take your time. And so I've got it set up. I'm going to play the comprehensive example and then hopefully go from there. I've been watching some videos. Harsh does some great stuff. He hasn't done anything in about a year, but man, his training videos are priceless. Really, really good. But what are you guys playing? What do you have on the table? I know Robert's got Iwo Jima. And so go back. I'm playing Imperial Tide, which I love that game. And then I'm playing. My wife is calling for some reason. She just left the house, so I don't know what's going on there. Let me text her real quick. She knows I do this, so I want to make sure everything's okay. Where was I at? Oh, so I'm learning this, but I'm playing playing Imperial Tide. I'm still playing Italy 43. I'm doing that on Vassal, and I have to say I had a guy comment on YouTube. He said I played it too slowly and it was boring, and I'm like, oh, sorry, dude, I'm learning the game, So, man, Warfighter. So that's the card game, right? That you can buy different decks for and all that. I've seen a couple people. I saw a guy at it was an ASL thing, and he walked in huge box of all these cards, and the game looks intriguing. I don't know. That just looks like a lot to go down the rabbit hole on. But again, I'm playing Italy 43 as well. It's weird how I go in stages where I play multiple games, and it's just I don't know. Sometimes I want to play a lot. Sometimes I want to focus on just one or two, So, okay. I thought that was the case, but I haven't really. I did like the idea of. I don't know if you guys saw the new VUCA game that's in pre-order. Overlord, I think it is. It's a block game about Normandy. It looks good. I just don't know if it's going to be. I don't really buy a game unless I can play it solo or it has capability to play solo, because I just don't have we don't have a big community here to play. You guys have a big community around you that you can play. I miss that. When I lived in Dallas, we had a great group, played every week. We could, it was great. It does have a solo bot, Robert, but you can, The cool thing with Imperial Tide is pretty easy to play two-handed and be good at it. The bot just kind of guides you on what you should be going for, which is good. I use the bot because it'll say, the central powers should, in the first couple turns go do this, this, and this. They should go for those. So kind of gears you toward over there, and or the same way with the allies, So I really like the Tide system games. I've got Imperial Tide, Pacific Tide. I've got Rebel Tide on order. That looks pretty fascinating. Desert Tide is available now. I'm not a big Desert North Africa fan, so I'm going to wait and see what people say about that. Yeah, and that's the problem that I have, Dave, is I'm kind of a completionist too. So that's why I don't get into that sort of thing unless I really want to just jump into it. I guess I don't really have, well, I've got everything for ASL starter kit. I used to have everything for ASL years ago and got tired of spending money and doing all that. Plus, it was just monopolizing all my game time. Starter kit's fine for me now, and I'm truly enjoying it, and I like the easier rules, and it gives me enough tactical. I've got all the Mark Simonich series. I love those games. I've got all the Combat Commander. There's nothing out that I don't have for that. That's why I haven't. Well, one of the reasons I haven't bought like GBACW or any of those Civil War series because I just don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I do have the Black Swan series, Rocket Chickamauga, and that. Hey, good morning or good evening to you, sir. My cat is trying to blow up stuff over here. So it's kind of funny. I love our cat, but he really enjoys like my table setup back there, and I had to build a cat-proof thing for him because he likes to run up there and play Godzilla and knock things over and do all that. He's like, I'm done with you. But yeah, like I said, that's why I just don't buy a lot of games. And Australia, how's the weather? I guess you guys are probably doing pretty well for weather-wise. And but I always see you online, or you're always commenting. So I really appreciate you supporting the channel there, Jonathan. I really do appreciate that. So I was surprised at how many people enjoyed this last week with me just rambling and talking about stuff and having my coffee. What else do we got going on? Oh, I've been playing. You guys play sports games at all? I've been playing some season ticket football. I'm actually doing a replay of the 1998 Denver Broncos season. So I do that from time to time. I get in that sports game mode. Yeah, so it's funny that you say that. We are actually under a burn ban here as well. It's been very dry, and the wind's been blowing pretty good. So we're kind of under a burn ban as well. And it's kind of our biggest thing around here is there's a lot of tornado activity happening around us, but because of the hills and everything around here, we kind of avoid that. But we have a lot of forest around us and things like that. And our biggest fear is getting a fire and having it go because it's just so dry. And, this time of year, all the leaves and everything, it'd just be a huge ignite, we could have some issues. So we're pretty cognizant of that, or try to be. Again, just kind of, so I've been playing some sports games. What else have I been doing? College football is about over. I really do. I do have off. I do, Dave. And it's not bad at all. I like that game too. Kind of the same system. You just got to that game. You got to stay pretty aggressive in, and it has a bot as well. And thanks for hanging out, Nick. I appreciate you. And I know a lot of people are, at work and stuff, and this is the way. Basically, I start my day the same way every day, right? I'm a pretty early riser. Um, my wife's alarm goes off at like 4:30. I'll get up around 5:15 or so, take a quick shower, and then just come out here while she's getting ready, because she's a whirlwind when she's getting ready, and then she's usually out the door no later than 6:15 or so, because she tries to she's a school teacher. She tries to get there early so she can get some stuff done. But and then I usually just read a rule book or something. I'll do some YouTube every once in a while. Yeah, I have it set up back here. I haven't played it yet. I've been reading the rules. I need to play that. I may do that today. I'll have some time this afternoon. Maybe I'll run maybe I'll run through that. I like to play it once or twice before I do anything online with it. Yeah, Action PC Baseball is great. Stratomatic, I really enjoy Stratomatic. So I've been playing I play APBA Baseball. It's a card game like Stratomatic. And I've been in the same league since 1985. We used to send things through the mail and do hand stats and all that. Now, of course, the computer takes care of all that. But yeah, I've been playing in a league for a long, long time. A good group of guys. We're all getting old. But yeah, I like me some sports games. This is the time of year where I get to play them, because in the summertime, if it's really nice out or something, I'm usually on a motorcycle or in the Jeep doing something, or that sort of thing. So that's why I'm going camping this weekend. We're going to do a little bit of off-road stuff this weekend, just do some camping. But yeah, that's kind of the way I start my day. And then usually by 8 o'clock, then I'll jump in and start doing whatever I need to do for the day. And right now I've got a lot of web projects online, because a lot of people start at the beginning of the year. They want a new website and revisions and stuff like that. So yeah, I did take a hiatus for about 5 years, and then just got back into it recently. I really enjoyed playing and it's just a good group of guys. It's like I said, some of the guys have been in the league. They formed the league in 1968. So some of those guys are gone. So yeah, it's kind of funny. People say this all the time. And camping in the Army, I camp with a couple people who were officers in the Army, and jumped out of airplanes and did a lot of stuff in Desert Storm and that sort of thing. And it's a different type of camping. Let's just say that. My rooftop tent is pretty comfortable. I'll have heat and that sort of thing. My truck's all wired for all that. So a little different. And I really do enjoy it. Now, my wife did tap out. She's like, yeah, it's supposed to get down to 28 or so next Saturday night. She said that's a little too cold for her. And no reason to, she'll be cuddled up here next to the cats and just hanging out. Then Monday is a holiday here in the States, so I'll be home by then. I will find I'm a big Denver Bronco fan, so I am going to try to figure out. I'm hoping we have enough internet where I can listen to the game. Yeah. So my wife, I will say that I do love that about my wife. My wife is very low maintenance when it comes to that sort of thing. She'll just throw her hair in a ponytail, put a motorcycle helmet on, or go camping. She's been great with that, and it's just one of those things. She truly enjoys it, though. Yeah, and we've thought about this, and I think we will eventually. My wife's 10 years younger than I am, and she doesn't want to quit working, which I understand too. But we have been looking at an RV and that sort of thing. Yeah, and it's kind of funny, but yeah, like I said, I enjoy it, and I do a lot of. I have a Jeep Gladiator that's all built up and that sort of thing. So I I enjoy doing it, and it's one of those things that it's just a nice little diversion that I have. I'll see if I can pull up a picture of my rig and stuff. But what do you guys do for hobbies outside of playing war games? You guys have a particular hobby you like to do, or uh, anything like that? I love the outdoors, doing all that sort of thing. It's just one of those. I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, so I love the mountains, and I just like being out in the countryside and everything. But so let me. I'll share some of this with you guys. Share screen. But yeah. So this is not a good example. Let's see if I've got some good pictures. Yeah, so this was last summer in Colorado. We were in Ouray, Colorado. Um, I just love that sort of thing, right? Just being out and enjoying the great outdoors. This let's see what else. If I got another. If you guys have never been to Colorado, you're missing out. It is God's country. It is so beautiful, and that was a group of us out there. That's my rig in front. Oh, I didn't realize that. Centennial. That. My son lives in Denver. We spend a lot of time in Colorado. We're usually there. We're usually there 2 or 3 times a year. Usually go once or twice in the Jeeps, and then we'll take a motorcycle trip every year too. Just this is over by Lake City. Just really, so that's part of what I like to do there. So again, just one of those things that really enjoy, just being out and doing that sort of thing. Let me see if I've got. Check, see what's going on with the chat here. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I try to take some pictures from time to time. It's I write for a couple magazines. I do articles for a couple magazines, so I really try to get some decent pictures and that sort of thing. I'll show you. Like I said, I don't know if you guys know, I also run a tour company that we do motorcycle and off-road touring. That sort of thing. So, yeah. Look, Eminem donated $1,000. That's awesome. Somehow I don't think that's actually true, but so we're going to go ahead and get rid of them. Let's see what else we got here. We've got, go back up, mountain biking. Man, I tell you, so around here, I don't know if you're familiar, but Bella Vista, Arkansas, and Northwest Arkansas is a huge biking place, really becoming big. The mountain bike Olympic centers here in Bentonville. It's huge here. I've got a mountain bike trail running right behind my house. So yeah, it's a big deal here. I do, like, my wife loves cooking and baking. I try to. I'm not really good at it, but I try to. I like reading too. I do read a lot. Thank you, sir. Tony's in the house. Yeah, and that's one thing I will say about California. You can do everything in one day, which is nice. Oh, nice. That's cool. You and I get along great. I'm a big sports guy. Hey, no worries, Rob. And you got to have meetings. That's horrible. And yeah, Colorado, dude, it's amazing. And we did 9 national parks. Yeah, so I have being that I was in the military, I have a lifetime pass for all the parks. So that's really great. Oh, Tony, I didn't realize you lived in so My cousin lives in the valley right behind Reno, Minden, and we spend a lot of time there too. Really do we like that part of the country. Yeah, Colorado's amazing. Yeah, and but yeah, I'll show you guys my. Let's see if I can find the right thing here. So that's my rig there that we use. The company's Moto Adrenaline Tours, but you can see that there. That's the truck that we have and my trailer and everything. So it's a lot of fun. We do anywhere between 5 to 8 tours a year, depending. Most of them are all sold out before we even do anything. So that's always good, right? I'll show you. So yeah, so it's it's just another thing. Yeah, I do enjoy my setup. I'm spoiled, so I do enjoy that. We and like you guys, I think you guys probably know too. I'm a big motorcycle guy. So this was last year. Let's see. I just bought this bike about June or so, and that was before we headed out to Colorado. That was one of the trips we did. Let's see. We also did there we go. And I do, like I said, it's just one of those things. I do love a motorcycle trip and getting out and doing that as well. So that's why in the summertime I do a little more recorded shows, just because I'm usually out and about. If you guys have never been to Maroon Bells in Colorado, it is amazing. Outside of Vail, just really beautiful. Colorado just is one of my favorite places. I love visiting there, and the mountains and everything are really. Yeah, I have 3 motorcycles, so I do just have a street bike that I have, and then I also have a dual sport bike that I have that I can get off road with. I don't do too much of that anymore, just because I'm old, and if I fall down and go boom, it hurts. I mean, I'll still do a couple trips a year, but I have to say I've really kind of mellowed out when it comes to that sort of thing. But I don't know if you guys have heard of the BDRs, but I've done some backcountry discovery routes. Those are always fun. My wife, so I'll show you. My wife trailed with us last year while we were on the bike. She was in the Jeep, and so she carried all the fuel and everything, which was nice. This was a group of us up in Idaho, and that was a great trip as well. I mean, look at those views. That's the kind of stuff I just like doing in the off season. But in the wintertime, I focus on war games and doing all that sort of thing. So I was in the Navy, so actually a torpedo man. I went in right when the Tomahawk missile was a big thing, so that's what I specialized in. The submariner. I was on a couple submarines and a submarine tender back in the day. So go Navy. Yeah, it's a little smaller than the one I did have before, but yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah, that's the problem, right? Is we laugh because you ride the bike in the dirt enough, you're going to fall down and go boom, and it's just I don't recover nearly as quickly as I'd like to. But, hey, also going back to the war game thing, do you guys keep? So check this out. I have a whole file full of rule books. So what I do is and I love this about wargaming, right? Is all those folders. So I go to BGG, and if there's any errata or there's any things that help you play the game, I'll download them and put them in here. So I've got it broke down by games. And so like, I'm doing Empire of the Sun now, right? So I've got all the little play aids that people have come up with. Mark Herman did a great play aid where you can kind of learn the combat and everything in here, and it's just really, there's so many cool things on the rule book. Of course, I've got the newest rule book. So got the solo system. I do have that, and then the turn system and everything. So I love the fact that BGG, that people go out there and they put stuff up there and allow you to share it and that sort of thing. And oh, cool. Thank you for your service, sir. And yeah, so folks, I guess I kind of rambled enough, right? So it's a beautiful day here in the neighborhood. So I want to thank you guys for coming by. I'm really surprised at how well this has gone over, and that people like it, that you guys like to come and hang out. And it's low key. So I really do thank you guys for that. Go check out cardboardcommander.com. I've got the write-up for Empire of the Sun all over there, getting ready to do that. I'm not doing any video on it because I'm just trying to learn the game. I did do a short yesterday or something like that, but I'm just trying to learn the game and get it down. So, all right, everybody, I'll talk to you guys soon. Make sure you tune in Thursday. It'll be a recorded episode, but tune in Thursday for the Zone of Control podcast. And we got a couple things going on. The following week we'll be live. We've got a couple big announcements. Yeah, like Dave said, hit that thumbs up, do all that YouTube-y stuff. That would be great. So, yeah, I'll let you know, because I'm always in the Denver area. From like I said, time to time I jump around, and you don't have to buy me lunch, but I'll take it, and maybe we can play some more games or something. All right, everybody, I will talk to you all soon, and take care. Try to have a good day. We'll chat with you all soon. Take care.